Hi, everyone. I'm Rivera Sun. I am the program coordinator for Campaign Nonviolence. I use she, her pronouns, and we are getting ready for a really exciting action week, September 18th through 26th. There are already 4,000 plus actions and events happening across the country and around the world to build a culture of peace and active nonviolence free from war, poverty, racism, and environmental destruction. We're so excited about it. Today, I'm here with my friend, Reverend Jerry, and we are going to talk a little bit about preparing for your actions, kind of a basic 101.
Thank you, Rivera. It's so good to be doing this series and to share this information. I'm a big believer that I think information should be freely given out to every person. And so it's fun to be able to do this and share the beautiful gifts that you and I have and whatever those might be. But I definitely think that when we come to organizing demonstrations, like the 101 info that we should always have in the back of our head is things that we should bring and things that we shouldn't bring. So for instance, if we're going to a demonstration, especially if you live in a place like Texas, like me, where it's hot all the time, you should definitely bring water, preferably in a reusable bottle, to help limit environmental impact. Making sure to bring snacks, especially if you have little ones with you, because being out and moving in environments where your emotions and your passions are really out in front of you, it can be very draining to your body, a lot more than we probably realize. So having snacks, especially things that are high protein and high salt and things like that, can help with that. Also knowing the different signs of dehydration can help with that as well, and maybe taking some things like Advil and stuff like that. Remembering too that in some states it is legal to carry certain types of medications that other people maybe not, where it's not legal. And so knowing that and having the necessary documentations for that on your person is important, but also knowing that if you're demonstrating somewhere where that is not legal, you probably shouldn't have that with you. I mean, unless you're willing to take that risk, but I don't think most people are. And also remembering too, some basic things of like having a backpack. Just because you're going to a demonstration doesn't mean you should not be set up for success. So have a backpack and fill it with the things that you need, like an extra shirt, an extra pair of shoes, a hat, medications, food, whatever it might need to be. Set yourself up for success in the work for justice. What do you think, Rivera?
I think that's great. I mean, it's like a total wellness kit for going to your demonstration, your rally, your protest, your vigil, whatever it is. On another kind of practical note, make sure you bring your signs and your banners, right? And make sure that you've worked it out ahead of time, how you're going to hold them in the wind, how many people you need to hold that giant banner. Make sure that what you put on your signs is readable from across the street or down the block. If you look in the background of Jerry's photo, you can read "Healthcare, not warfare." It's pretty easy to read. You can read this resist sign behind me. So use those Sharpies well, folks. But also bring some flyers with you. Write up a nice little half-page flyer about what you're doing and why. Mention Campaign Nonviolence and how you're part of this big action week. Hand them out to people. You never know who's going to be walking by. If you're doing a digital event, make sure you prepare your notes and your links ahead of time. If you want people to take action or find out more, you can put those links into the chat box. Think through what you're going to need as you're taking action in terms of getting your message out, right? If you're going to do chants, make sure that you and a couple other people know what those chants are, because the more people know them, the more it's going to get picked up. So that's just a few practical tips about preparing for your street demonstrations. What else should we be thinking about, Jerry?
Wear comfortable shoes, because especially if you're going to do a lot of walking. And also to remember that the work of justice can sometimes be something that we are very passionate about. And so we're very willing to go out and be present in demonstrations and such. But part of the work of justice too is also building relationships and building friendships and building companionship. And So bringing somebody with you along the way is so crucial too, because then it helps to mitigate the feeling of, oh, we're all alone doing this work. Like nobody else cares about this. But if you bring people with you, not only does it increase the amount of impact that you have in the demonstration, but it also helps to develop those interpersonal skills and those interpersonal relationships in the work of justice, which are ultimately the things that help us sustain our work for justice in the world. So with that, I don't have anything else to say. Do you, Rivera?
Yeah, just a sign of these times kind of note, we know Delta's rising. Please do bring your masks and bring some hand sanitizer with you. Please, if you are the organizing the event, make sure that you have some ground rules ready. You might want to have them printed out on the backside of that flyer you're going to hand out. That just says, we are a Campaign Nonviolence Action Group. These are our ground rules. We want to see social distancing. We want to see masks. If you're not wearing a mask, you may be asked to leave. So please don't be shy about setting up health and public safety protocols for your event and enforcing them with great love and great nonviolence. We support you in that. Please also bring your nonviolence commitment to your event so that you can remind people about what you will do and what you won't do. We don't need to tell you to leave your guns and knives at home because you're part of Campaign Nonviolence, and we pretty much expect that that's not what you're going to be doing during Action Week. But you get the general drift. Thanks for thinking through your action and carrying them off in a really brilliant and bold way. Jerry and I are happy to be offering these skill up videos, and we hope you check out the whole series.